There are financial mistakes you can recover from. Then there are financial mistakes that stay with you. Not because they ruined your life. Not because they left you broke, but because they taught you a lesson you wish you had learned years earlier. The financial decision that still haunts me wasn't a bad investment. It wasn't a luxury purchase. It wasn't a financial scam. In fact, when I made the decision, it felt completely reasonable. That's what makes it so painful to remember, because the most expensive financial mistakes rarely look dangerous. They look normal. They look safe. They look harmless. And that's exactly why they're dangerous. For years, I told myself the same thing. I'll start later, when I earned more. Later, when life was less busy. Later, when I knew more about money. Later, when I felt ready. The problem? Later never arrived. Months passed, then years, and without realizing it, I was making one of the most expensive financial decisions of my life. Not because of something I did, because of something I didn't do. I delayed investing. At the time, investing seemed complicated. People talked about stocks, index funds, retirement accounts, compound interest, financial freedom. But honestly, it all felt distant. Retirement was decades away. Wealth felt like a problem for older people. I had more immediate concerns: rent, bills, weekend plans, daily life. Investing could wait. Or at least that's what I believed. The strange thing about delaying important financial decisions is that nothing bad happens immediately. That's why it's so easy. You don't wake up one morning and see a warning message. Your bank account doesn't suddenly collapse. Your life continues exactly as before, which makes the decision feel harmless. But that's the trap, because some mistakes charge interest, and you don't see the bill until years later. One afternoon, I decided to calculate something. A simple question: what if I had started earlier? Not with thousands of dollars, just small amounts, consistently, month after month, year after year. The answer stunned me, because I realized something painful. I didn't need more money. I needed more time, and I had wasted years of it. That was the moment the decision started haunting me. Not because of the money, because of the opportunity. Opportunity is invisible. You never see the future you could have had. You only see the one you created. And that's what regret often is. A glimpse of an alternate future. A future where you started sooner. A future where you acted earlier. A future where your money had more time to grow. For years, I believed wealth was created by income. Earn more, work harder, get promoted. Everything else would solve itself. But eventually, I discovered something surprising. Income creates potential. Behavior creates wealth. There are people earning six figures who struggle financially, and there are people earning average incomes quietly becoming wealthy. The difference often isn't income, it's what happens after the paycheck arrives. That's where financial futures are built. I learned that lesson the hard way. Every raise I received disappeared. Not because I was reckless, because of lifestyle inflation. A nicer apartment, more subscriptions, more convenience, more dining out, more upgrades. Nothing dramatic. Nothing outrageous. Just small increases in spending, small increases that eventually consumed every increase in income. And because the changes happened gradually, I barely noticed. That's the scary thing about financial drift. You don't feel it happening. You simply wake up years later wondering why you're not further ahead. That's exactly where I found myself. Working harder than ever, earning more than before, yet feeling financially stuck. And eventually I had to ask myself a difficult question. Where is all my money going? The answer wasn't exciting. It wasn't a secret investment strategy. It wasn't a hidden financial hack. It was behavior. The same behavior repeated for years. Choosing immediate comfort over future freedom. Again and again and again, without realizing the long-term cost. One thing I've learned is that time is the most valuable financial asset you'll ever have. More valuable than income. More valuable than investment knowledge. More valuable than almost anything else. Because money can be replaced, time cannot. Once a year passes, it's gone forever, and compounding only rewards time that actually exists. Not time you wish you had used. Not time you plan to use. Actual time. That's why delaying important financial decisions can be so expensive. Not because of what happens today, because of what doesn't happen tomorrow, or next year, or 10 years from now. Eventually, I started investing. Thankfully, it wasn't too late. And that's important. because someone watching this right now might think they've already missed their chance. You haven't. Starting today is infinitely better than starting next year. But I would be lying if I said I never think about those lost years. I do. Not every day, but often enough. Enough to remember the lesson. Enough to never repeat the mistake. The financial decision that still haunts me wasn't investing in the wrong thing. It wasn't losing money. It wasn't making a bad prediction. It was waiting. Waiting for certainty. Waiting for confidence. Waiting for the perfect moment. A moment that never arrived, because the truth is, there is no perfect moment. There is only today, and every day you delay becomes another day your future self can never get back. That's why this lesson changed my life. Today, whenever I face an important financial decision, I ask myself a simple question: what will I wish I had done 5 years from now? That question cuts through excuses surprisingly fast, because financial success is rarely about knowing everything. It's about acting before you know everything. Learning as you go, improving as you go, growing as you go. That's how progress happens. Not perfectly, consistently, the decision still haunts me. But I'm grateful for the lesson because it taught me something I'll never forget. The biggest financial risk isn't always making a mistake. Sometimes, it's waiting too long to begin. So now, I'm curious. What's one financial decision you wish you had made sooner? Comment below. And if you enjoy stories about money, financial freedom, investing, and personal finance lessons, subscribe, because sometimes the mistakes that haunt us most teach the lessons we need the most.